everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is T Tine for those of you who do not know, and I'm here to let you know that you already know what it is. It's tea time, baby. Let's go. So as you can tell by the title of this video, we have a story time lined up for today. I've got some tea with me and I am very excited to tell the story. So my birthday this year is in a week from now. Today is the 16th of November, and I just figured that it is very fitting to share with you guys what happened a year ago on my birthday, and that is what the story is all about. Guys, yo, easy, like the flashbacks. So let's get over the trauma a little bit, okay? The timeline of the story is obviously exactly a year ago. So last year my birthday was on a Tuesday, and I'm someone who is very big on celebrating anything, any achievement, any award, any accomplishment, any birthday, anything. I'm a very big celebrator of the little and the big things, and obviously my birthday is no exception. But I really don't do it alone. I love to include my friends in that whole thing. So my friends and I are very busy girls. I've got very busy girls as friends, right? And so we don't get to see each other throughout the year as much as we'd like to, because as we get older we obviously have a lot more responsibilities and things get in the way of us chilling as girls. And so I use my birthday as one of those things that can get us all together, where we can chill, have fun, catch up, and just reflect on the year before. So my birthday is in November, and it's a very beautiful place to be in when you get to reflect throughout the rest of the year that you had before the festive season comes into play in December. So it's a perfect way to just come together, have fun, celebrate, enjoy, and just let loose, right? And so it's been like this for years, it's been like this for years. I have a very small group of friends, and so sometimes some of them can't come through, and then some of them can, and then like it's never more than 5 people of friends celebrating my birthday. And so that's how it's been for a very long time. So I think it's safe to call it a ritual or a tradition where I just have to celebrate my birthday with my girls. I haven't gotten to a point where I'm like, I don't want to celebrate with them. It doesn't feel right if they're not with me. Cool. So where should I start? Let me think. Okay, cool. Let's start during that week. So that week of my birthday, right? So my birthday was on a Tuesday. I was at work on my birthday as usual, and I used to be a soccer coach last year until this year Feb, when I got a new job when I moved on. And so I absolutely loved that job, by the way. It was one of the most fulfilling things I've ever done for myself in my life, right? So I used to be a soccer coach to two teams of under 15 and under 17 boys at the school that I used to work at. And so that weekend we had a match, right? I think it was our cup finals or something. And I had to be there. I wasn't going to miss it for anything. And so it was going to be in the morning, and I knew that in the evening my friends are going to come and we're going to have a good time. And so that weekend there's a particular club in the West Rand, right? I'm from the West Rand, by the way, for those of you who don't know. If you are from the West Rand, comment down below so I can show you some love. And so Shapo, we go, I decide to plan with them. So the previous year, in 2020, I had done a big 21st. And so when I turned 22, I was like, you know what? I want to keep it chill, because this year is my crown birthday. So I'm turning 23 on the 23rd. And I was like, we're going to have a bang in 2022. So let's keep it chill for 2021, right? Cool. I let my friends know that now just come over to my house. I was still living at my mom's house at the time, and I was like, come over to my mom's and we can figure something out, we can chill. And so I knew that weekend in this new club in the West Rand, right? That there's big artists that are coming. I don't know if I'm allowed to say their names or what. Okay, let me just say their names. It was DJ Maporisa that was coming, Daliwonga, and Felole T. Alright, those were the highlights. I forgot the other artists, but those were the highlights. And it was the opening of this club, so it was like a big deal. Like everybody was gonna be there, everybody was excited for it. And I let my girls know to come through because I mean we are piano girls, you know, we love the honor. So we're like, now we're gonna be there, you know, and celebrate. And that'll be the weekend. Like I wasn't gonna do anything else. Right? So since I'm a big celebrator of things and keratadilo, I get to why keratadilo, I was like, I can't just go out partying. I need to do something else for myself. And so the week before, I think it was 2 weeks before, when November started last year, I did a photo shoot for my 22nd. So I was like, you know what, if I'm not going to celebrate, I need to gift myself in some way. And so I gifted myself with a photo shoot, just like a street style themed photo shoot with like when I dressed up in relevant outfits at particular locations. It was really, really cool. I'll probably put the picture somewhere so you guys can see. Very, very nice photo shoots, and the photographer at the time did such a fantastic job. Like, shout out to him. He is the real Mdu Media on Instagram. I think if I got that wrong, it's fine, I'll write it down below in my description box, but he is fantastic. So if you want to book him, run, because he's amazing. So I did my photo shoot a couple of weeks before my actual birthday so that I can have the pictures on my birthday for the socials. Cool. And then that week we decided, okay, I didn't even like plan outfits or anything. There was no theme, there was nothing. And so I let my friends know that on this date we're gonna get together for this and this and this. And then those who were available, it was just 2 of my friends, right? So I'm gonna give them names. I'm gonna call the one Bess, which is my best friend, and then I'll call my other really good friend Spibori, right? Cool. So Spibori and Bess are my 2 girls that came through for that weekend. We were gonna go to the new club for DJ Mapurisa, Felole T, and Daliwonga. Alright, so fast forward to that Saturday. So remember, my birthday was on Tuesday, and I had mentioned earlier on that on that Saturday my boys, the team that I coached at the time, was playing their cup finals. And so that Saturday morning I knew that I'm gonna spend it, I think they were playing somewhere in Joburg, and then later on that day my friends were gonna come through, then we were gonna go out and have a great time. Sharp. So that morning was horrible. It was raining. It was raining really, really badly. It was cold. And so I spent the entire day in the rain, right? Now this detail is very important for what transpires after this weekend. Cool. So it was during, was it level 3 lockdown? I think it was level 3 lockdown, right? I think it was level 3 because the restrictions were eased. All right, sharp. So I spent the day with working basically at soccer, and it was a really, really good time. It was a really fun time, right? The boys won and everything. It was good. It was good. They lost at the final, so it was the semi-finals, and then they lost to, I think, one of the best under 17 teams in the country. They lost in the finals with them. Sharp. So later that day, I'm in contact with my friend. So Spibori was gonna come because she lived far. She lived in Midrand, or she lives in Midrand, and so Bess lives close by to me in the West Rand. So Spibori needed me to let her know when she can come through. Sharp. And then Bess the same thing, but Bess was just gonna come with an Uber quick vibe because she lives really close to my house. Alright, so I let them know, and then eventually they come. I think it was around 5:30 they come. Now the problem is we had planned to go out at 6, right? Which is problem number 1, because we didn't keep the time. Okay, the weather was horrible, guys. The weather was horrible. I had planned to wear a stepe, like I had planned to wear stepe, and I was like, I'm not changing my outfit. Mistake number 2, keep this detail in mind. Okay, so we were all like, oh, if birthday girl is wearing istepe, we are also gonna wear this stepe, you know? And I was like, okay, sharp. We get ready, put on makeup. Now we're getting dolled up now, you know. bath, get ready, shower, whatever, put on our clothes, put on our makeup. We're looking cute. Now we're looking cute. You know, we're getting ready to celebrate the girl. Sharp. So another friend of mine actually was supposed to join us. Now, this other friend of mine lives really close to the club that we were going to, right? And so because we were late, she ended up deciding that she's not gonna come through. We were so late, we were like 2 hours late. And so instead of leaving at 6, we left at 8. So while we're getting ready, my mom is cooking dinner, right? My brother home? Yes, my brother was home. And we're getting ready, cooking dinner, which is also another detail to remember, right? My brother was home that day. Cool, my younger brother. So we get ready and my mom was like, we like, hey man, okay girl, we are late but we're gonna eat, because you can't drink on an empty stomach, you know. So we eat and we eat and we eat, we have a good time, take pictures, we're not even pressed. We're having dinner and we're about to leave, right? So I knew that Mapurusa was gonna come around 10 or 11 and we weren't even pressed about the fact that we were late, because also it was raining, so we were just stalling to see if maybe the rain is gonna stop. Like, we were stalling, having fun, taking pictures, videos, my brother helping out with those as well. We were just having fun, like we were in mudu, sharp, yeah. So I knew the times that the DJs were coming because I was in contact with the guy who owns the club. So his family owns the club, right? And so I think he's the manager or something, I don't know, but he plays a very big role in knowing the operations or the daily operations of that club. And so we went to high school with him, and so I knew him very well, and he was like, nah, because it's your birthday, so and you're gonna have a good time, right? And I was like, okay, sharp. So I wasn't even impressed because I knew sharp, you know. Cool. So we eventually leave and then we get there. So I think there was an entrance fee or something. I try to call this boy, he's not answering his phone, and I'm like, okay, sharp, it's fine, we'll go in, right? When we go in, at the door we're met by a popular photographer, a very popular photographer. Okay, now he's my friend also, you know. I've known him for a while, and so we were like, no, then he was like, nah, come through, guys. Who are you guys looking for? And I was like, I'm gonna call the owner Donald. I'll call him Donald. So I'm like, no, I'm looking for Donald. So the photographer, let's call him Thomas. So it's Donald and Thomas, right? Thomas is like, no, Solanka Lemete Donald, come chill with us, right? And we're like, okay, cool. So when we get upstairs to where he was chilling, he's chilling with other friends we know, or other people we know from high school. They're not our friends, other people we know from high school. And we were like, oh, Dumelang, hi guys, whatever, sharp, whatever, cool. So we chill and hang out, right, while we're waiting for Donald to come take us to our seats, or we were gonna sit for the night. It's nice. Shortly after we come in, Daliwonga starts playing. Now, because that's who we are there for, I go downstairs, we have fun, we dance. I think he performed for like an hour. We have fun, guys. We had fun, right? So remember, it's just 3 of my girls. Well, 2 of my girls, including me. So, 3. Sharpo. Okay. So, Thomas is like, oh, birthday girly. Let's have a round of shots for you. We like, of course. Oh, of course. We have a shot of Jaeger around. And so, we also, when we got to the table, there were girls that was chilling with him. I think it was 2 girls. So these girls, of course, as soon as we get there, they look at us like this. They pressed. For what? Nobody knows, right? We greet, they don't greet back. We're not pressed. We're literally there for ourselves and ourselves only. One thing about my girls and I, we are very solid hands. I think we're very solid hands. And so in a sense that we don't let worldly things get to us, you know. And if they do get to us, we deal with it, we shove it under the carpet, or we deal with it, get over it, and we move on, you know. And so these girls were used to that kind of behavior from females. So we're like, sharp. But these girls are very important in the story also. Sharp. So, okay, we end up chilling with Thomas and the rest of the guys that we know from high school. Sharp. So Donald comes, I think, like an hour or 2 later. He came like after a while. right? But I knew that he was around working in the club and everything. So I wasn't pressed because we were sorted, we were good, right? We order our beverages, whatever we drink and everything, and we have fun. Like, we have fun, guys. Yeah, it was nice. It was a really, really good time. So we're making sure that we have like fun and we make the most out of the experience, right? So we always have fun. Like my friends and I have the most fun. Like, I love them so much. They are fantastic human beings. Sharp. Eventually Donald comes, right? Hey, Donald comes and he's like, oh, bogele li sharpo liwete. We like, awa remoja, you know. We have fun, we chill. We're still chilling at this table that Thomas brought us to. Sharp. So Thomas, obviously he's working because he's the photographer, right? He's the in-house photographer at the time. I don't know if he still is, I don't know, but he's the in-house photographer at the time, and he's doing his thing. He's doing his thing. And the people that we were chilling with from high school get used to us being at the table. So by the time Donald comes to take us to our table, they like, now you guys don't have to leave. Like, there's enough space for everybody to chill in this section, so let's chill. And I asked my friends, are you guys cool with it? They're like, sharp, you know. Like, we were sitting in the same space as them, but we were doing our own thing, right? Because we saw how these girls treated us from the get-go. Sharp. So we're having a good time, and the night progresses. Felule tea comes, guys. Yo Felo, yo Felo. Listen, Felule tea is a very talented, handsome young man, okay? I'm telling you. And then after his set, Mapulisa comes. It was a good time. Yo, guys, it was a party. Okay, we got lit. We got lit. Sharp. So by the time we see 12 o'clock is coming closer and closer, we're like, we're gonna go home as soon as they close. Because I mean, you know. Sharp. 12 o'clock, they start switching off the music, they start closing down, they start making people leave the premises. So we're very lit at this point, the girlies and I. And we go outside, we are ready to order our Uber, right? And the guys are like, no, you guys don't have to order an Uber, we can take you guys home. Because I lived literally a street, like my mom's estate, where she lives, it's a street apart from the place where the club is. So we were really not far from home. We were literally next door from home. And so at the time, 12, the Ubers and the Bolts were really hard to find. I guess for safety or something, I don't know. But at the time, it was a struggle to find a ride home. And so they were like, don't worry about it. We'll take you guys home. Thomasikyo. Now Thomas is also lit. Just because he was working doesn't mean he wasn't. He's also lit. And Thomas is like, no man, get bad into it, get bad day into it. You guys are not going home. How about we go to Reimsig? Mistake number. Okay, cool. So Thomas is like, and he's like, we're gonna go to Reimsig for an hour or two, and then we'll bring you guys home, like I promised, right? This is why I don't like people that make promises, because limaka, as batho limaka, ebili pizza batho ba modimo. Anyways, so Thomas is like, so because the girl is an island, we like, of course, yeah. Best is like, yeah. What is like, okay, girls, let's go. I like, sharp. Donald stays behind because remember he's the supervisor / manager / whatever there by the club that we were at. So he stays behind and he's like, nah, I'm gonna join you guys later. But Donald's younger brother comes with, right? I don't know. I think it was in one of the cars that were going to Reimsig. Sharp. Now, guys, I was lit. And so I get in the car, first thing, I close my eyes, gone. I'm gone. I am gone. I'm gone. Right? In the car, people sat in front. Now, I don't even know, the way I was so lit, I don't even know who the driver was, right? And this story, from this point onwards, from the time I closed my eyes onwards, my friends are telling me, because I don't know what happened. My eyes were closed, I was gone. So they're telling me, so what I'm about to tell you is what they told me what happened, right? As soon as we got in that car, going to Rimsech. Sharp. So, we're on our way. Spibori's in front. I'm with Best and Thomas at the back, right? And so as soon as I'm gone, like I sleep, they like my best friend isn't worried. It's like, okay, Shapa, right? And then gish here, I start having a panic attack. Mid unconsciousness, I start having a panic attack. My best friend gets worried, like, yo, she's having a panic attack. Like, they didn't know what was going on because my eyes were closed, but it was like this thing that was happening, and everybody's just looking at me. What drive you were like, Koloi is in motion, the car is in motion. And remember at the back, it's Thomas, Best, and I. So once it starts happening, Best is like, we need to stop the car, right? Thomas is out here swearing like, hey, what the hell is going on? Whoa, what the hell is going on? Like, he's touched. And remember, like, you must keep in mind that he was lit too, guys. Like, he was lit. Yo, he was lit. And my best friend is like, now we need to stop the car. She needs air. She needs to get out. Like, opening the window is not gonna help. The car needs to be stationary. It can't be in motion. And one thing about my best friend, that is my ride or die. Like, yes, my parents are my ride or dies, but my best friend, like, all my friends are my ride or dies, man. But my best friend, hi. So she's like, stop this car. And now she gets cheeky with the driver because the driver wasn't stopping because Thomas was telling the driver not to stop. Thomas is like, now we must get to where we're going. We'll stop where we're going. And now they start getting in a little tiff. Thomas and my best friend. Hey, yo, okay. I think they eventually stopped the car. I don't know, but I'm not waking up. I am gone. I'm gone. They're trying to wake me up. I'm gone. I know. Then I think they stopped and I got some air or I got water or something. I don't know. But eventually I was fine. But in me being fine, I'm still not awake. So they're fighting. Thomas and Best, they're fighting. And because Best couldn't believe that Thomas just wanted them to like leave me, like unattended. Like, like, let's just continue with our night. She'll miss out, And it's very weird behavior because you guys, they asked us to come with in the first place, number one. Number two, they are friends. They're not random niggas, right? It's not random people that we found that night. It's people that I at least consider friends, right? And so I expect them to take care of us, naturally, or look out for us, We're big girls, we can handle ourselves, but look out for us, especially if you're inviting us to a next location. Now, public service announcement. For those of you who didn't know, if you know, congratulations, well done. For those of you who don't know, the second location is the worst idea you could encounter. Do not, I repeat, do not venture into the second location. You will cry. Like, guys, second locations are never a good idea. If you need to rewind this, rewind it. Second locations are never a good idea. After the original place you had planned to go to, go home. Go home. Unless whatever club you want to go to next is next door, do that or whatever. Like, if it's in close proximity, of course, walking distance, sharp, right? But if you have to drive or take a trip or do this or this, go home. Go home. Remember now, all roads lead to Rimsech. Hey! So we thought. Everybody, remember, is sitting in front, right? Best and Thomas are at the back seat with me, arguing. Me, I'm gone, faded. Everybody are over Nefela, Boto airing, welcome to Ranfontein. Everybody are Boto e kwetseng welcome to Randfontein. Ha? Ziyakhala ke manje. Mopelong mogele are hi man. In her heart, her girl is like, these people said Rimsig. Not Randfontein. Not Randfontein. There's no way. And Bess is busy at the back fighting Thomas. And, you know, she doesn't notice that the board said Randfontein and not Rimsig. Sharpo, we get to a destination, right? At this point, it's like, I think just after 1 a.m. And everybody's nar, you know, especially in the car that we were at. Or we were in, and it's not looking cute, right? Now please bear in mind that the story I'm telling from the moment we left the club onwards is what my friends told me. I had no account of it at all. At this point, she's still trying to wake me up because she's just ready for us to go, you know. None of them even wanna, like, it's not fun anymore for the girlies, right? And so my best friend tries waking me up. In the midst of her trying to wake me up, Thomas says to her, no, you can leave her sleeping in the car and we can have fun, and then we'll come back. We'll see her when we come back after Groove. Surely men aren't fully brained. I don't think their brain cells, you know what? Oof. And this person is supposed to be my friend. Like, at least care, you know? Like K nyana, you know, you can't just leave me. Like, at least get me unconscious or get me conscious so that I can like recall what's happening and know where I am. And then if we do continue with the night, then we continue with the night. Leave me in the car. What if I suffocate? I'm unconscious. You're gonna leave me in the car and then what? I just had a panic attack on our way there. You're gonna leave me in the car? Yo. My best friend went insane. My girls went crazy. Now, Spipot is not a confrontational person, right? She's very to herself in groups of people that she doesn't know, and she didn't know the guys that we were with. They were my friends, right? So they weren't like, she didn't know them. She wasn't uncomfortable, but she's not gonna go fighting with someone she doesn't know. And Bess knows Thomas. Like, they're not friends, but she knows him. And so she goes off. How can you want me to leave my friend in the car? Are you crazy? Like, it was a big deal, right? They fought. And the guy who was driving, I don't know which car he was driving. He was driving the other car, if he was driving the car that we were in. But he comes out. I'm not going to give him a name because his part in the story is insignificant. But in this point, he says, he brings water. And he's like, to Bess, give her water. She'll be fine. Like, let's try waking her up. And that's when I started getting conscious, right? Because I remember that. I remember him being in front of me with Thomas. But Thomas and Bess were still going at it. And my best friend was angry. Like, my friends were horribly angry at Thomas for the stunt that he tried to pull. And we're not going to blame it on alcohol. Like, it's inexcusable behavior for you to decide to be careless like that, you know? Like, you're grown for that behavior. You're honestly grown for that behavior. And side note, this is why I haven't spoken to Thomas ever since. Like, he hasn't taken accountability. He hasn't said sorry. He thinks he did nothing wrong. To him, it was just a typical night, you know. Number one, we let them know firstly. Secondly, we agreed to go ring so to continue the fun. Like, Remo, a birthday mood. Right? I'm pretty sure if I wasn't passed out, the night would have went better. But also, we would have thought that, number one, you lied to us about where we were going. You said we're going to Rimsig. We find ourselves in Randfontein. Why? Why didn't you tell us in the first place where we were going to? And it's because they knew we would say no. Randfontein is far from home. Rimsig is not. Randfontein is far from home. And if we're going to need to take ourselves back home in the AMs, like we struggled with Uber when we were literally next door home. Now you want to take us to Randfontein. How are we going to get transport or Uber in Randfontein if you need to have Uber in Randfontein? Doesn't make sense. No. So there was a lot of things that made my friends mad. And when they told me the story, it made me mad too. Hi. So now you must know for the second location. My best friend starts panicking because she knows that we just fought with Thomas. And Thomas told us and promised us that he's going to take us home, or they're going to take us home. But now Thomas is saying we're not going to leave here until we're done partying. So after everything happened and after I started gaining consciousness, my best friend is like, we're going home, take us home. And Thomas is like, nah. Thomas is like, nope, y'all ain't going nowhere. He's like, big shots, super shots. Like to Baba. Thomas is like, we're not going anywhere. We like, nonsense. I wish I was conscious. I wish I was conscious. Not long kids. But anyway. I know. My best friend is like, okay, we need a plan to go home, right? Spibori is tired. Spibori is over it. So my best friend is like, okay, what are we gonna do? She starts now thinking of people that we can call because Ubers were non-existent. And funny enough, the Uber that we got to the club with earlier on, that guy was like, because you're gonna struggle finding Ubers later, take my number so that around 1, whenever you guys are done, you'll call us. Sorry, it got cut off. So as I was saying, she's trying to get an Uber for us so we can go home. And the guy that dropped us off initially, he obviously saw that he dropped us off at a club, and he's like, if you guys need an Uber back home, call me, right? But that was like, he said call me before 12, so that option was out, right? And my best friend did try calling him, but he didn't answer because I'm about to chase it, right? Okay, sharp. So eventually we get a ride home, right? Unfortunately, I cannot disclose how we got home there, but we got home very safely, by someone that we do know, and we were just happy to be outside. Like having neighbors should be illegal. Anyways, we were very happy to be outside, safe, and I was happy to be conscious because when I did wake up, I obviously thought things were still fine, because when I did sleep, I wake up tense. Yo, guys, like I get a headache thinking about that story. Like I do not want to be in a position like that ever again. And we had fun, but it feels like the fun that we had at the club went down the drain because the plans for the second occasion got messed up from the very get-go. When they lied to us about where we were going, right? I still don't mess with them till now. Shout out to the friend that did give me water and did like care. Hello. And shout out to my friends as well for holding it down, because my best friend did not let him get away scot-free. The audacity. It's the audacity for me. How dare Thomas. Yo, guys. Yo. So we ended up getting home, and I think we got home just after 3. My best friend tried unlocking my phone. She doesn't have my fingerprint. She tried unlocking my phone. She doesn't know my password. We don't spend enough time together for her to like know those kind of stuff. And when she does want my phone, I just give it to her, right? So like it wasn't information that we thought we needed to know. Now we know. We need to just share those things up front in case stuff like this go happen again. And so we ended up getting home. She had to call my brother. She was even finding ways to call my brother so she can tell my mom. So he can tell my mom what happened. Like she was panicking, she went through the most. But like my friends went through the most because of Thomas and his irresponsibility of just wanting to have a good time with no consideration of other people and what's going on. Bear in mind, I forgot to mention that those girls that we saw earlier chilling at the table and the section that we were gonna be at, or that we were at with Thomas, they went also, right? And they were also just mad at the fact that their attention was by the car that we were in because of me being faded, right? So they just got mad also about the situation. Hey, banyana, yo, banyana, basadi, yo, like girls. Oh my goodness, I need a video talking about girls only on this channel because wow, yo banyana. Anyways, so that was what happened on my birthday last year, my 22nd birthday. And this year I have plans, obviously, with my friends again. I'm so excited. We're gonna have a very good time. You guys are gonna have to stay tuned. You guys are gonna have to subscribe so you can catch that video on my channel. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please do not forget to comment down below what you think should have happened, what you think could we have done. If you agree with me that second location is a no-go area, if you agree with me for the second location, no. Make sure that you share this video with your friends, share it on all your social media platforms, and do not forget to follow me, your girl Titalo Mohapi, on all social media platforms as well. Until next time, mwah.